A cover story is the main story of the issue. It is the lead story, this means it's the most interesting news. The headline for the cover story usually covers half the page. This is so it grabs the audience's attention, as it will be a gripping headline. This will make the audience want to buy the newspaper, as this is not a free newspaper. The story needs to appeal to the audience and be interesting. As the Rotherham Advertiser is quite a big local newspaper, and it is not a free paper, the types of stories are different to the types of stories there would be in a small village paper. Also, the area the news is on is all around Rotherham, not just in one place. This means there is a lot more news in the paper. This is the name of the paper. This is always at the top of the page, as it is the first thing people will see when buying a newspaper. The font will usually be big and bold, so the masthead is very easy to read. The Rotherham Advertiser's masthead is red and black. Therefore, this is what the colours of the paper uses throughout the pages. This is usually at the top of the page. It has an issue number and the date it was released. Also, now most newspapers have a website, so there is now a website in the box. In the Rotherham Advertiser, they have quite a lot of adverts, all advertising their demographic audience. For example, home insurance. Adverts that the audience of the newspaper will want to know about. Adverts are usually colourful. This is so they stand out from the rest of the page. This is a smaller story on the page. It usually just gives the headings and the number of the page to go to. The half lead stands out from the rest of the page. This is so the audience buy the newspaper as they want to see what it is about. This is the heading of the main story on the page. It is in a large bold font to make it stand out and look important compared to the other stories on the page. This is a lead story on the second page. It usually has quite a large story, as it is the page after the lead story. This lead usually has a photo to go with the story. The adverts on this page are all the advertiser's own adverts. This is creating synergy for the company, as they are all advertising their app and their website. Red is used on these advertisements, the same colour as the masthead on page 1. Borders are used to separate the different stories on the page. This helps the reader split the text up, as they can clearly see what text is with what image or heading. Captions are used to give a little bit more information about the photo. It is usually underneath the image in a bolder font than the rest of the text. This is so that it stands out and the reader doesn't read it as part of the article.